Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Speaking of dogs, my dog was barking very loud in a moment. Hold on, my wife just sent me something. Ah, okay. So yeah, she got shamed by her Garmin. I see. Okay, I get that. How are you guys? Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning. Actually, it depends on when you're watching. Yeah. I am very tired today. So this is one of those streams that can either be lots of fun or it can be pretty depressing. It probably will depend a bit on how engaging you guys will be. Welcome to those of you who are already in chat. We're back. This is stream number 5 with Brian, which is pretty incredible, I must say. But I also have to be honest, the challenge that I am about to, yeah, especially considering what I'm about to try and do today, it's probably gonna be bad. And it's not 2 days in a row. I did have a day off yesterday. I was suffering watching Arsenal play Sporting. Like, that was just horrible watch. Especially if you consider that at the same time you've had the Bayern Munich Real Madrid game going on, which was just wild and ended up with 7 goals. And in the game that I watched, there was a total of 2 shots on goal. So yeah, it was fun. Anyways, guys, welcome. We're gonna try and infiltrate the Ekron Community Centre today. Tonight. Anyways, it's an extinction level difficulty. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna take a while. And I'm not sure how it's gonna end. So wish me luck. This is Brian. Those of you, some of you at least, already know the story. Those of you who don't, Brian is a native of Echo Creek when it was still a valid spawn point. Oh no, my chicken nuggets got stale. That's a shame. Yeah, I forgot I collected all of these things yesterday and I haven't put them away. So Brian is a native of Echo Creek. We have a lovely base in a basement over there, but I am here in Echo Creek essentially just trying to find the generator magazine. Let me get myself a bit organized. Lose as much unnecessary weight as possible, and I'm gonna slowly start. Yeah, I don't think I need a small. Yeah. Anyways, and yeah, I'm just gonna try and see what's out there. It's been a while. We went all the way from Echo Creek to Ekron in the search for the generator magazine or the electrical level 1 book, which actually managed to find on Tuesday. But now I want more. I want more of these books. Oh, speaking of books and magazines. Hold on, let me catch up what you guys are saying. Oh, thank you. I do need the puns. I do need the energy today because, again, I was working till 8 p.m. yesterday, and I was working till 6:30 today, and my ass hurts because I've been sitting so much. So I have this weird, like, pillow with these little spikes that's supposed to, you know, kind of improve the blood flow, but it feels weird. No, my ass hurt. I mean, the butt cheeks. You know what I mean. Alright, let's get things rolling. I forgot where I parked my car. Anyways, guys, just want to confirm, is the audio okay? Should be okay because I haven't changed anything. I haven't played Zomboid at all yesterday. What is my car? Dude, where's my car? No, seriously, what is my car? Audio is fine. Awesome. No, seriously, what is my car? Did I leave it at the lake? I have indeed. Okay, so I can park it because I can park it closer because I don't need it. I don't need to sleep here anymore. So, it's already Thursday evening, guys. I still remember Monday morning. Time is just time is crazy. But, you know, it means that we are almost about to, like, hit the weekend. Which is pretty amazing, and I cannot wait for the weekend. Okay, I think I'm gonna park it over here for now. Kill the engine because I don't need it running. I'm gonna continue on foot. Two weeks off. Jesus. Nice. So I guess we have to ask you what plans? Exciting trips. You know, there is this thing that it's like a pun or like a stereotype about Polish people that when a Polish person takes a 2 weeks vacation, it's usually because he needs to renovate the apartment. It's called Polish holidays. You paint and do stuff. Okay, wow, there's more than I would expect. I'm not warmed up yet, so I don't feel comfortable fighting large groups at an early stage. Come on, give me the opportunity to, you know, to like get a few practice swings in before we start to get all serious. Polish up the house, yeah, exactly, exactly. Alright, so far so good. Okay, so this is gonna be where the smelly pile is going to be. Yeah, keep on coming, guys. Exactly at the same spot. This reminds me, do you guys remember, I'm sure you do, there was this movie 300? And they were fighting the Persians for like, what, weeks? Or days at least, and they had this huge pile of corpses, which they turned into a wall. It's exactly what I am doing here. Actually hiking in Rhineland. That's nice. That sounds nice. I've never done that. I've never been to Rhineland. And the Expedition 33 concert actually also sounds pretty dope. I've been to Video Games Live twice in my life. Video Games Live is this like show slash concert event where they play obviously video games music, and I had tons of fun. No, it's not true anymore. We don't take vacation to have a second black market job. It used to be like that though. It used to be like this, or at least to some extent, when, let's just say, you know, the society wasn't as well as it is right now. Apparently right now Dubai is incredibly popular among Polish people. Well, maybe not exactly in the last 4 to 6 weeks, but in general. Hey, Dual Filter. I didn't want to miss you there. Alright. No, the fuel prices are gonna normalize. Haven't you heard? The President Trump announced that, you know, the war is basically over. Speaking of which, I heard an interesting story, and I'm really hoping it's true. But apparently, there is this FTCC institute or department or whatever that is, which is going to start and investigate all the shady, weird, you know, short-term transactions on the different stock markets, which were placed 15 minutes before major announcement related to the war. Maybe they will finally start to investigate all the bullshit insider trading that's been going on for last several months. Because, you know, when somebody makes a substantial bet that something's gonna happen, like betting on a huge drop of oil prices, and betting hundreds of millions of dollars or tens of millions of dollars on that happening, and 15 minutes later you have the president posting that, yeah, basically, yeah, we're good, we're not in war anymore, and all of a sudden prices drop by 15%, and yeah, your contracts are worth 400% more. Then that's obviously and clearly insider trading, which is illegal. But yeah, these days the lines between what is legal and what is not legal became very blurry. Still like 2.6 euro in the Netherlands. Jesus, is that crazy? Man, so right here it's like half this price. Hey Slick, glad to hear that. How long have you been playing? $2.13, still a lot. So again, I was mentioning that on Tuesday. We do have now like a government intervention to keep the prices down. So it's been like €1.40, something like that. Again, I don't care. I just $4. Yikes. I still remember. I mean, I don't care. I just my car is semi-electric, so I just power it with power. And luckily, the prices of electricity have not gone up, so I guess I win. But $4 for a gallon is a lot. I still remember when gas was like 95 cents. Yeah, I'm old. 150 feels dystopian. Well, look, I mean, you should move. Poland is a great place to live. And it's becoming super popular among people. I am seeing so much videos, so much hype about moving to Poland. I was actually thinking maybe this could be a good business if, you know, you could set up some sort of a service that helps people from other European countries just... Oh, that wasn't me. To settle here. Okay, I wonder where this alarm gone off. Does it feel? It feels like it's to the north, don't you? Yeah, they're all heading north, which is not bad. On oh Jesus Christ, look at this. It's not bad on one hand, because it's just gonna lure all of the zombies towards the community center. But that also means that the community center itself is just gonna be a huge challenge. Yeah, and the problem is I don't have a gas mask. It's literally cheaper to drive to Belgium. Mate, honestly, that's not that far away, okay? I do have one pipe bomb. If I could figure out... Wow, look at this. This looks like a pilgrimage of some kind. If I could figure out a way to get them into a single location, and I would just, you know, like throw the pipe bomb in the general direction of where they are, we could have a nice explosion. problem is I don't have anything. Hey, Macramon, I don't have anything that could really lure them. Oh, it's gonna be. It's gonna. Okay, this is a lot. Look, we're gonna be here for a while, that's for sure. And I am worried that I'm going to catch corpse sickness. Sandow is with us as well, Mr. MIA. How are you? Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, take it step by step. Yeah, I don't want to... See, the thing is, obviously I could use a molly, but I do not want to, you know, set the community center on fire. That would be stupid. I am here for the loot. I am here for the books, actually. As you know, fire and books, usually they don't mix well. I was trying to come up with some sort of a funny pun of two things that don't mix well, and I tried to, but I failed. Nothing comes to my mind. I'm gonna break the crowbar before I'm going to clear this. Last one and going back. I'm not gonna have enough food supplies to you know, like, keep on going back and forth because I barely have any food, and also the corpses and the smell are a bit scary. So yeah, I gotta have a good strategy for this. Yeah, the computers on the second floor, exactly. I mean, obviously my aim is to hit electrical level 3 by the end of the day today. By the way, not sure if you guys are fans of it, but I used to play this game quite a lot, and I just found it on Steam sale today. It's completely different than Project Zomboid because the game is called Blood Bowl, which is actually a pretty cool turn-based simulation of American football, but in the world of Warhammer, and you can get it for €1 basically, so it's a pretty decent bargain. Okay, let me answer the questions. How many hours do I have? Let me check. To be super precise. 1400. Just north of 1400 right now. Could you lure them away with a car? Probably could, but I would need to lure them towards the like center of Ekron, which it's gonna be, they're gonna be coming from all the sides, and I don't want to lure them into this area that I am here right now, because like I want to use this area to, you know, to kind of as my base, I guess. Now look, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Kind of. I just want to have fun today. The cheese is still good, but I don't... The problem with the processed cheese is that you cannot use it in any... in any kind of a meal. So we're basically down to... non-perishable foods. I think I've been here, right? I think I was already checking this garage. A fishing rod. Huh. There's a lake nearby. So I have already more than you, Andy. Just like a I've won by roughly like 5 hours. It's a very nice base. There's a well. Here? No, I don't think so. Or maybe like Ekron is not an area that I am super familiar with. I am more of a Irvington person, if I'm to be honest. Okay, the van is locked. It looks decent. Let's check the condition. Oh crap. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna stick to my sedan then. I'm still a bit burned out. Yeah, I had the same thing. I even mentioned that in one of the videos that I've been playing for so long that I just needed a break. But what's this? Oh, it's the zapper. Well, you know, fine. I can read that. I've played so much that I really needed to play something else for a while there. This is food. Uh-oh. Oh shit, I forgot we are playing Extinction difficulty. It's sprinter time. I gotta bail. It's too dangerous. You guys need to like take care of me today because I might be forgetting the most obvious things. And again, we are playing Extinction, so right after dark, or usually around 6 p.m, some of the zombies become sprinters, and it's becoming a problem. So, yeah, I completely forgot about this. Quite an important thing. Andre, do I have my mod list? It's a very mod light game. So look what I use. I just use combat text, clean hotbar. I use project cook, and one mod that you guys are often asking me, by the way, in the comments under the videos, which is showing all the clothing that I'm wearing. So very few mods. The intention was to not go mod heavy because I didn't want the save to get bricked with an update. If that makes sense. Why am I in so much pain? The pain brings you to tears. Jesus. Really? Oh, and I don't have any painkillers with me. I do. Okay, I stand corrected. I'm just waiting for stable. Man, if we get stable, we're gonna play multiplayer again. Because I will no longer get frustrated with just constantly having to fix something related to, you know, a mod conflict or something crashes and things stop working. Set up an alarm at 8 p.m. That's actually smart. Especially considering that I have 2 watches. Good call. But I think I'm gonna set it up for 6. Or I even should probably set it to like 5:40 to have a bit of a... Oh, come on. Too much pain. One more pill then, I guess. I'm definitely bringing back the server when it's stable because it's... Uh-oh, I woke up too early. Because it was fun. I really enjoyed it, but it was just the constant updates that killed the joy in me. You have some amazing ideas. Okay, it's nice. By the way, I'm not sure if you guys are following it, but I am having a feeling that Zomboid is becoming more and more popular. Like, I saw this post on Reddit today. There was this this question post posted like, great story, amazing community, the game has mods, and it's cheap. like this 4 condition criteria, and people in the comments were supposed to post the game names. Okay, I might be biased, but probably 1 in 5 or 6 comments was about Project Zomboid. So surprisingly, the game is like going really strong. And I am really hoping for another game to pick up more attention. One that I actually made a video recently, which barely anyone watched, by the way, but I'm gonna continue doing them because the game itself is amazing. And that game is Kerbal Space Program, which I know some of you know. I know some of you know the game. It's one of those games that when you play it, you actually learn stuff. I learned so much about physics, and basically like you know, orbital mechanics and stuff, something that I would never learn at school because I never had the passion for that. But like the game itself really taught me a lot. I also haven't been played for a little bit over a month, planning on playing this weekend with the Walking Dead. What are the Walking Dead settings? Like, honestly, Blight, I don't really care that... Hey, Achilles, good evening. I don't really care that much about views. I mean, obviously it's nice. But again, the channel is for me to just let my creativity loose at times. So, like, it wasn't really bothering me that much. But I am going to continue the KSP series because it's just a fun game to play. And I had a lot of fun putting that short vid together. But I am also planning to do a new thing related to Zomboid. I was actually planning on doing that yesterday. I had some time specifically booked before the game. I was hoping to finish work at around 5:30ish. The game was at 9, so that left me with 3+ hours of spare time, which I could have used, and I had this tiny little plan in my head that I'm gonna record something so I can post it before the weekend. But then at around 5:30 I get a message in my Teams saying, hey Piotr, which is my name, do you have a minute, because there is this tiny little thing we need related to some data that we need you to have a look at. And as it usually is, when something is quick and ad hoc and is related to data, it's never quick. And basically myself and another guy, we were working on it, and we literally finished at 8 p.m, which left me with 60 minutes to the Arsenal game, and I was so exhausted that I had zero energy. So no video for the week, unfortunately. But honestly, still, my job pays better than YouTube, so I had to pick one, and I obviously picked my profession, if that makes sense. Do you also compose ballet music? Why would you think something so insane? Piotr is my name. It's basically Polish version of Peter. Yeah, you never knew my name. In fact, yeah, I never made it public, so I think it was kind of a tongue slip, which is fine. I mean, it's just the most. Tchaikovsky, of course. It's just the most popular name in my country, so there's probably like several 100,000 of us, at least. No, it was actually a good joke. I just didn't connect the dots. Oh, a small kitchen. Okay. A chance to find some food. All right, all good. What is this place? Okay, food. We don't know what it is, but it's food. This is also food. Calories. We like calories. And we like to disassemble kitchen equipment because it gives a lot of experience points. You guys are so active in chat tonight that I am having trouble catching up, but that's great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Also, if you're so active in chat, I would also appreciate if you could drop a like. I barely ask for it, but yeah, if you could, that would be awesome. Normal eben, meaning just a real quick little thing. Yeah, so I don't want to go into too many boring details, but at first glance the request was indeed quite simple, because it was just to compare like a set of data from previous year to some actual data from this year. Problem that we kind of stumbled across is that the methodology of calculating stuff last year was totally different than the methodology of calculating things this year. So we needed to do kind of reverse engineering to figure out, okay, how did we come up with these numbers last year? Mind you, we weren't the ones who were calculating that in the first place. So first you had to understand what the author had in mind and then try and recreate that. And I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with Jira, but we were using Jira data. Takes ages to export. Yeah, it was just took a while. Yeah, I am from Poland. Hello, neighbor. Hello, neighbor. I am actually from Warsaw. I am also familiar with the fact that Peter means rock. Do I ever think about maxing a skill? Never, like, intentionally max it out, but this kind of happens, you know, as you proceed. So I think I had some playthroughs when I were able to reach long blunt weapons level 9 as an example, or spears. I mean, at some point when your character gets, you know, strong enough, fit enough, and you get enough experience points with weapons, you're essentially just becoming a Terminator. And the only thing that can literally kill you is just pure stupidity. Or, in some cases, just bad fortunes. Like, Brian here, he is nowhere near Terminator level. But, you know, he's already managing quite well. In fact, what are my skills right now? I don't even know. Okay, so it's long blunt level 5. Yeah, and I am super strong. So this makes life easy because I can carry more and I can deliver a solid punch when I need it. And I appreciate the likes coming in. I can see them. That's lovely of you guys. I am happy, so my work is just simple. So I really enjoy what I do. I really like this. I work in an incredibly dynamic environment. Super fast-paced, plenty of changes, oftentimes responsibility. But I enjoy it. I mean, like, I don't want to bore you with my story, but I started working when I was 18. I was a clerk at a clothing store at a shopping mall, and I did spend roughly a year doing that, and then I went into a call center industry, and I've spent 13 years in call center industry. Went from like a regular call center agent picking up calls and helping people fix their issues. I was working in tech support, all the way to senior project manager. So yeah, and along the way done lots of cool stuff, had some opportunity to travel, met interesting people. And I didn't moan about my job. I said I like it. It's fun. And I am super happy I have it, by the way. It's what I always tell my wife, because at times I work late and she's like, you're working too hard. And what I always say is, you know what? I don't mind working too hard. I much rather work hard than to not have a job at all. So, yeah. Mr. Blue, it is a college, actually. I think it's called Ekron College in the game, but in reality, it's a community center. Or the other way around. But I think in reality, meaning in real life Ekron, it's a community center and not a college. See, I was even making that remark in the video I made about Ekron, but I already forgot. It was more than half a year ago. What did you do? You dismantled the swag watch. You want to see a swag watch? Check this out. I got a Luthex. I don't need like some crappy dress style watch. I got a Luthex. That was, and the funny thing is, you guys don't know it, but I found it in a garbage can in the Echo Creek gas station. Out of all the places. Like, make sense of that. Why did I come here, by the way? I don't know. I came back to rest and eat. Yeah, like, out of all the things you can find, finding a Luthex in a garbage can in an Echo Creek gas station. And it's on video. I have proof. It's on video. It was, I think, in stream number 2 of this series or 3. Well, those Luthex, they're amazing, yes, but they don't show the temperature, I think. That's the best building. I know you have a, you know, it has a special place in your heart. Yeah, but I think I really do need a gas mask. Because this place is gonna be so contaminated that it would be a really stupid way to go if I would just die of corpse sickness. They show the temperature. Oh, okay. Pfft, oh. Silly me. I thought they don't. I thought they were more like, you know, these flashy, you know, elegant watches. Remember, people, of course it's a Lutex. Remember, people, always check, oh, look at this! Always check garbage bags and garbage cans, because you can find lovely things like Pancho the dog. What is my order in all leveling up skill except combat skills? Ha, that's a great question. It actually depends on your play style, and it depends on my play style also, because if I would be going for a more nomadic play style, so going from places to places, I would probably focus on car mechanics, because, you know, when you're changing locations, you usually drive. So stuff like welding, car mechanics, that's super That's super useful. If I would go for a more sedentary lifestyle, which I've had in my like current offline playthrough, which I kind of abandoned because I just got bored of it. But I did make a video about it, like I was showcasing the base. So I went through the regular rotation. I went through carpentry. I've done agriculture, animal care. Oh, and carving, by the way. Carving is something that is just amazing. It's a super important skill. So whenever I have any kind of a blunt weapon that's made of wood and it breaks after, you know, being used, I would always carve it. I always want to get carving to a high level because, you know, carving does allow you to do lots of different things. And also another skill that I really do enjoy, and I often even put in my character build, is tailoring. Granted, sewer is incredibly expensive because it's 4 skill points. So taking sewer is an expensive decision, okay? But I really find tailoring to be incredibly useful, and I think in this build... Okay, in this build I didn't take sewer because I really just maxed out all the combat skills, but I think my tailoring... Did I level it up? I haven't leveled it up yet, yeah, because... well, I ignored it. I shouldn't, but that's a skill that I always try to take care of. Have I ever played engineer? No. How my clock shows Celsius instead of Fahrenheit? Guys, hold on. You go into options. You go into user interface. And if you scroll all the way down over here, here is your metric systems. So you can switch to a 24-hour clock, and you can set Celsius also. I don't know that, Achilles. Never tried it. Set your UI FPS to 120? Is that a thing? Really? Yeah, so being strong is just incredibly useful because, you know, I'm really dealing a lot of damage. Even, you know, being slightly tired and stuff, I'm still quite effective. And oddly enough, I am already... Oh, okay. That was a bad swing. Oddly enough, I am already at the door. And I should probably try and... Oh. I think I drew the attention of too many of them. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna fight so many. I'm gonna get inside and try to stay dry. When you will actually go to Louisville, I've been there multiple times. In fact, the playthrough I was referring to previously, my base is actually a farmhouse inside the quarantine zone. So there is this cool area around Louisville, southeast of Louisville, between the city and the airport, and there are a few farmhouses there. Really amazing locations to set up your base, because first of all, it has everything you need. It has, you know, land to farm. It has pre-built animal shelters and stuff like that. And there are also animals in that area, so you don't need to, like, go into other locations to pick up animals. And I've been to Louisville multiple times. It's not as scary as it seemed to me at the beginning. So if you've never been there, strongly recommend. It gets a bit overwhelming at the beginning, but all in all, it's fun. Okay, you're telling me to set the UI FPS. Where is it? Is it over? Oh, okay. UI rendering FPS. Okay, I hope my PC will not explode. If it does, it's your fault and you owe me money. I'm wondering whether I should go on and keep on fighting, or I should go and try and catch a fish. And I think I'm gonna do the latter. Have you guys ever fished before in Zomboid? I'm gonna try and catch something, and considering considering that I do need to have a sustainable source of food, then maybe a 1 or 2 decently sized fish can be helpful, but I need to find some sort of a bait. Love fishing, that keeps me alive. Yes. It used to be super overpowered. I'm not sure if it changed over the recent updates, but you know, there were these times that you were getting just absurd amounts of food from a single fish caught. Just gotta fish a 400-kilogram gator. Yeah, exactly. I don't think gators are a thing in Kentucky, by the way. Like, I am not an expert on Kentucky wildlife, but gators? Well, maybe. Nah. No, absolutely not. Okay, I need to find some bait because you're not gonna be able to catch fish. Oh, clay. Yeah, that's something I won't need. Come on, a worm, a cricket, anything at all. Oh, jeez. I'm just walking in the rain and getting wet. Yeah, hold on. Did he have some? No, it's just a letter. I'm unlucky. Unlucky. I have to be... Oh, there's a house over here. I didn't know. Yeah, I gotta be mindful of the surroundings. Because I'm just casually walking and looking for, you know, any kind of a bug for fishing as bait. And in the meantime, I am being chased. Oh, bad situation. No. So, Tuesday when I was playing, I had such a close call when I was fighting, you know, zombies near a fence, that I still don't understand how I managed to survive that. One of probably the luckiest escapes I have ever had, considering that... that's a nice find, but I actually don't need it. One of the luckiest escapes I've ever had in my entirety of playing Zomboid. Alligator gar is a fish, not a... Okay. See, like... All I know about fishing is that, you know, you put the thingy in the water, and if you're patient enough and lucky enough, you might find, you know, food at the very end of the process. Oh, a broccoli. Look at this. A wild broccoli. The problem I have with these wild vegetables is they're crap. I'm gonna see if I can find anything in this little bush over here. It's not a bush, it's like a little forest. We have a very specific name for little forests in Poland, but I'm not sure if there is like a specific name in English. Some of the corpses might have maggots. That's brilliant. We just need to let them marinate for a while, right? And then they might have it. But yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm just gonna go and relax. Oh, look, yarn. It's for you, for another blanket. Hey, Sarah, hello to you. Oh, and by the way, I think I have not checked the basement of this house. I don't recall doing that. Yeah, I definitely didn't check the basement. I am stupid. Oh. Oh, wow, okay. Car parts. Okay. Okay, a bit underwhelming, all things considered. Eh. I wonder why this doesn't have floor here. Oh, okay. Don't care. Kingy! Wow, so many familiar faces I have not seen for a while. Why? You guys are making my evening. Hold on, I gotta get rid of this weird pillow from under my butt. And yeah, adjust the camera a little bit. Alright, should be good now. And by the way, there is... What? 24 of you watching? Okay, that's almost all-time high. I think all-time high ever was like 28. So 24 is amazing. Guys, I hope you're having fun. They are. Yeah, I agree. Maggots seem interesting. No, the concept is I want to go fishing to get some extra food, and I was trying to find like worms or something, or crickets, or anything that can be used as bait through foraging, but I haven't managed to do that. So there was a great suggestion to try and look for maggots in the corpses. There we go. Brilliant idea. Fishing, that's boring. Be careful with that, because I asked a question about fishing a moment ago, and there is a huge pro fishing community here right now. So, you're gonna step on people's toes with such statements. Can you use the rotten fish fillet? Really? Can be used as a fishing lure. I didn't know that. Sorry, fishers. I didn't know that. Also good to know. But I'm not gonna be fishing today because it's, you know, it's sprinter time just around the corner. And again, I am quite tired, which is not bad. 1 month in. Already my second longest surviving character in any kind of a live stream playthrough. Bro, you woke up way too early. I had some sleeping pills somewhere. It's way too early to wake up. Where's the bed? Ah. Where is the bed? I was clicking it. What the hell? I vote pro fish. Fish are friends, not food. I'm gonna go and see if I can catch one. Oh, but I have to put Pancho the dog somewhere. It's such a lovely plushie. Hehe. Not craft. Dismantle. Alright, we're gonna go fishing now. They need to fix the bad hitbox. Yes, I do agree with that. I don't really get the question about choosing the game. Can you please paraphrase it? How do you level up carpentry in build 42? Great question. The answer is in the masterclass. Just saying. No, basically, you can no longer by default level up carpentry by dismantling stuff. So you're forced to actually do things. So if you're at level 0 with no skills, then just sewing planks, barricading windows, building floors. So you actually need to craft stuff to level up. Or you can also I know you did. I'm playing. It was just a shameless plug. Or what you can also do is go into sandbox settings and enable experience gains from dismantling stuff, because you can do that. It's a selectable option in the sandbox settings. Same thing with VHS tapes and TV shows. It's currently capped at level 3, but you can go into sandbox and remove the cap. Now I get it. Hey, a fish. Why did I choose it? Well, honestly, besides, old people in the community. We're old guys. No, I just I was looking for something. I was looking for a game. Look, for most of my life, my game rotation is very boring. I play just a select few video games most of the time. I barely spend any money on video games. So when I was told that, hey, here's a game, it's fairly cheap, and it's popular, and it's about zombies, and I never played any kind of a survival game, I figured, you know what, let's try it. And it's like I fell in love. Currently, it's already my #1 in terms of played hours on Steam. It surpassed Hearts of Iron 4 recently, because up until recently I had more hours in Hearts of Iron 4 than I had in Project Zomboid, and that's no longer the case as far as I know. Yeah, there's a barbecue here. I would want to cook the fish in this barbecue. If possible. Where is the fish? I have not tried DayZ. I did try a different game. Something which is supposedly aimed to dethrone Project Zomboid, and that is Humanityz. It's a very similar game. It's also supposed to be open world. It's also kind of third person, but it's not isometric because you can turn the camera around, and it's obviously having modern graphics. I played the demo. I gave it a legit shot. I didn't want to buy the game because, again, I very rarely buy video games. Not because I'm cheap, it's just because I rarely do it. And I gave it... I'm stupid. Now better. I gave it an honest shot, and I played like 2 hours of a demo. And nah. The controls are really all over the place. Zomboid was like... I started playing, and after I got a hold of the awkwardness of the isometric, you know, like layout, which took me probably 2 hours. The game felt supernatural, and I think that's one of the aspects of the game that is oftentimes not really like mentioned. You know, people mention the open world, people mention the large map, the modding community, all these different things, but Zomboid is actually a very easy game to learn, but it's a difficult game to master. And when I had that first interaction with Humanityz, it just didn't feel right. Maybe because I have, again, nearly 1,500 hours in Project Zomboid, and that's why I'm a bit biased. But the demo is free. Anyone can try it. So, like, you guys can check it and have your own opinion. The graphics are so much better, like, no doubt. It's like a completely different level, right? You're actually playing a video game made in the 2020s and not an indie title from 15 years ago. I haven't heard of Surrounded. Yeah, and speaking of KSP2, I heard stories how botched of a game that was. I think it was actually abandoned by the studio, wasn't it? Yeah, and obviously the crafting, all the different options. Okay, the interface could be better. I mean, crafting in Project Zomboid is amazing, but it's sometimes, sometimes the game is just so tedious. Oh wow. In terms of just getting to what you want to do. But you know, we have the modding community which fixes these problems. No ground beef as an example. Yes. Hi. Yes, this is Gaming Wonder. That's why I am here, actually. I am here for books and magazines. That's my #1 priority. I actually already found the book I was looking for originally, because I was looking for the electrical level 1, which I found in one of the houses nearby, but it doesn't matter. I'm here for all the spoils. I have a car and I have a small trailer, so I am ready to... like, you know, get the entire library if needed. And also I want to dismantle the computers in the computers lab on the first floor. Level up my electrical. Stuff like that. Well, they are taking their sweet time to get here, that's for sure. I wish they were a bit more agile. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, another swag watch. Okay, what about the inside? Well, actually, I am starting to even, you know, set my foot inside, which when I started and I saw this entire horde navigating towards the college, I didn't even think would happen, but yeah, okay, so far so good. Again, a mask would be super useful right now. I mean, I am constantly in a state of odor. This is not good. I can feel you, Kingy. Absolutely. So my most memorable death was again, I was telling this story on stream previously, but it was my first long-term character. She was alive for like 3+ months. I've built a really cool wooden cabin near a lake. I've done all kinds of different stuff, including doing my own pipeline for fresh water. You know, all kinds of different fun stuff. And then I decided to go and explore. I was still new to the game, but I learned that there is a military base outside of Rosewood. And my character was based in Muldrow, so it wasn't far away. So I got into my car and I went there. And I still didn't know all the tiny little details in the game. Oh, sweet! Electrical. +1. Beautiful. I didn't know, for example, that your car can get stuck on bushes. My car got stuck in the middle of the forest, outside the military base, and I got eaten alive. And it almost broke my heart. I was so frustrated. Because I didn't really need to go there. I just went there because, you know, I was curious. And it was curiosity that killed me. And right now it's going to be corpse sickness that's gonna kill me. See, I am already queasy. I gotta evac this place right now. Okay, chat. I need help. Ideas. Where in Ekron would it be a good place to go and find a gas mask? There is 20 of us. I'm sure somebody's gonna have a good idea. Firestation. Yes! Yes! Great call. Great call. Ekron is a place I've never went to. It's actually it's fun. It has this cool railroad with the abandoned train in the middle. Nash. My character's slow as hell. Hey, you start disrespecting Brian, and we're gonna have a beef between the two of us. 780 zombies killed, okay? I mean, guy is already... He's doing honest work. You should get a better backpack, I totally agree. But this is lovely, you know, this matches his style. But yeah, if I find a military backpack, I'm switching. I think what I'm gonna do... I mean, your suggestions are great. But no, not today. Hold on, it's almost 5 p.m. That will be insanely dangerous. With all the sprinters. Oh, I have digital watches I forgot about. This is my water supply. Good. And I haven't read the Wilderness Survival after all. Yeah, okay, good. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day just dismantling stuff and reading the magazines. And this is the first time you've seen me playing a male character. Good observation. Very good observation. I usually play with female characters. That's true. And I am... Whenever I have the option, I would always pick a female character. For obvious reasons. I am an ugly male, so if I can be a pretty girl in a video game, that's awesome. But there are some exceptions to that. I couldn't imagine playing Mass Effect as female Shepard. And I'm not sure if you guys agree, but to me, it just wouldn't work. And I think also in Cyberpunk, I think it would be hard to kind of, yeah. Of course, it's the smaller hitbox. Come on, of course it's the smaller hitbox. No brainer. I know that's the thing, Andy, that the fire station is a great idea, but it's gonna take a while. So I might as well just continue in the community center. Hey, maybe I should start a small fire. You know, set some mood for the rest of the evening. So much nicer. Mystery of the Pineful Miners. Miners, as in people who work in coal mines, not minors. Just to be clear, algorithm. Can't relate to having a small hitbox. I'm not sure that's not the case. Come on. Achilles. That's a valid point. By the way, I mentioned Mass Effect, and I immediately kind of feel that I have to return to that game. Such an amazing game. And the soundtrack. Oh Jesus! Again, we were discussing video game music earlier. Mass Effect has one of the best soundtracks. I'm super happy you love the masterclass. Feel free to stick around. We'll try and find some books in the Ekron Community College. But I appreciate you shouting out. It's always nice. You never played Mass Effect. See, Miniok, he again ditched me, and he's not supporting me. My best friend, he's not supporting me on streams. It's fine, it's all good. He also never played Mass Effect. It's like people our age. Mass Effect is such a classic. No, but that was Halo. Yeah. That's Halo. Mass Effect has a different soundtrack, but equally as good. In fact, the Video Games Live, the concert show, they play both. They have like a regular rotation of various different game themes. Obviously, World of Warcraft music is there. Music from Civilization, which is super heartwarming. I love it. I think Christopher Tin, who was the composer for Civilization 6, is a genius, basically. But Mass Effect and Halo is in the regular rotation for Video Games Live. I have not watched the movie and I haven't read the book, but it's on my bucket list. At least the movie. I am almost out of food. Movie was a banger. That's what I've heard. That's what I heard. Expedition 33! Ha! So the reason I reacted because someone in the chat is actually going to a concert later this month, or is it next month that you're going to the concert? So I have not played Expedition 33. Is it really that good? Next week in Strasbourg. Yeah, nice. I haven't been to Strasbourg. I've been to Vienna, which blew my mind, by the way. Amazing place. But I've never been to Strasbourg. I'm gonna go and fish for more food because I am out of pretty much anything that's edible. So as soon as it's gonna... As soon as the, you know, the darkness will... Okay, at dawn. I was looking for a word and I couldn't find it. At dawn, I'm gonna go fishing. Who went to Vietnam? Oh, okay. Vienna, as in Austria, Vienna. I've never been to Vietnam. Actually, I've never been to Asia. The furthest east I've ever went was... but again, it's not Asia even. The furthest east I've ever went was Maldives. But Asia is so high on my bucket list. I would love to go. If you would now give me, say, $50,000... I would probably pack my wife and we would spend 2 to 3 months just touring Asia. I want to see China, I want to go to Cambodia, I would love to see Japan. Vietnam was never like something that I would consider as number one when it comes to tourism in Asian countries. But it's probably because, you know, it's not popular here where I'm from. I'm pretty sure there are tons of amazing places to see. No, actually not Thailand, and it's obviously it's super popular, especially the islands. But yeah, I would, all in all, I would love to go to Asia. And I love Asian food. I do. I actually Asian. I ate chicken with spicy chili sauce today, so, and some rice, which is kind of a thing that they usually sell in Asian restaurants, but I made it myself. Okay, what are the bubbles? Okay, what the hell? What are all the fish? I've never been to Turkey, but my wife was. My wife was in Turkey before we met, actually. Well, geographically, it's both Europe and Asia, right? But I am talking about Asia, so I'm talking about Far East. I'm kind of hoping maybe someday, given the company that I work for, I am kind of hoping that maybe I will have an opportunity someday to go to Korea on a business trip. It's highly, highly unlikely, but you never know. Bluegill. Hey, bait. What is... Do I have bait? I do have bait. Okay, that's weird. Shouldn't the bait be used after I caught a fish? I would like the Stan countries. What you should do, actually, apparently it's an amazing thing to do, is if you go to Kyrgyzstan and they organize like 2-week tours around Kyrgyzstan, and it's all on horseback. It's all on horseback, and you camp in complete wilderness in Kyrgyzstan. Apparently that's an amazing experience. Korea is scary. Why is Korea scary? I mean, what would be the reason to make Korea scary? Geographically, Turkey is Asia, but at the same time, geologically, there is no Europe. True. Yeah, it's all just Eurasia. I agree. Squid Game. Yeah, this lake is this pond is not ponding enough. See, I just had to complain for a moment. That's the secret. Korea is scary because Kim is close. Who's more scary, Kim Jong-un or Kim Kardashian? But don't ask Lewis Hamilton. Keep golfing. Croatia is incredibly popular among people from Poland because it's essentially a 1 day's drive away from here, and it used to be fairly cheap. It supposedly is no longer cheap. I've never been to Croatia. My only experience with the Adriatic Sea is Italy, and I've only been there once. Kim is a sweetheart. He is. He has this, he has this appearance of he could be like an employee at like an amusement park. He always smiles so nice. But he's a dictator and a killer, so yeah. Looks are deceiving from time to time. It's like in this joke, it's like, Mr. President, we should consider, like attacking Iran because they might have nuclear weapons. And then they say, we should consider attacking North Korea. Are you crazy? They have nuclear weapons. Our guy is getting super hungry, like borderline starving at this point. But a couple of bluegills, they're gonna make us feel better. Today is gonna be dedicated to fishing. I'm gonna let these corpses that I've left at the Ekron Community Centre, stay in the sun for a while, so they marinate nicely. And when we go there tomorrow, we're gonna die just by, walking through the door. The odor is going to be so thick you're going to be able to cut it with a knife. Do we have a plan in this entire playthrough or tonight? Because that is a very important... we have to make a very important distinction. Because if you're asking me about a plan for tonight, I do have one. If you're asking me for long term, survive until this save gets bricked because of an update. Oh, so that's my answer. My plan is survive until this game stops working. Both answers are no, as usual. Hey, I wouldn't agree with that completely. So far, like, I am on track to achieve my goal for today, which is to get into the Ekron Community Centre. Yeah, fishing is both nice and incredibly boring. There we go. Oh, that's a fish. The plan is chaos. Yeah, that's also a good plan. Alright, I think I got 6. That's not bad. I'm gonna leave the fishing rod over here. I'm gonna go back to that barbecue and I'm just gonna grill all of them. But first, let me slice these fish. Whoa, hold on. Oh, they are too small for slicing. Yikes, okay. Let's give it a moment. Hey, I'm trying to... Now, if I'm gonna burn my fish because of these two, I'm gonna be really frustrated. No, okay, still time. I don't think this bluegill is this big. It miraculously, you know, grew 4 times. Why am I so sad? Oh, because he doesn't... Ah, yikes. I'm weepy. What can I do to lighten up my mood a little bit? Read a book. I have books back at the base. Hold on, hold on. Mrs. Gertrix, please approach. Please approach. Yes, please. She is approaching. Just give me a moment. I need you to read this. You won't see it from this far away.
Hey. Could you please tell us what it was?
Yeah, could you please tell us? No, explain yourself. Explain yourself now.
Don't do this to me.
No,
Just don't.
no, like we're gonna try and do it as soon as we can. It's not an excuse, but the backstory behind it is that we are both working really hard right now. We are trying to...
Powiedz, że my kurwa to nagraliśmy bardziej.
Stop yelling at me. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here for a moment. So first of all, we did record episode 2, but I completely botched the audio settings and the microphones are inaudible, and there is pretty much nothing that I can do with that video, even though I tried multiple times to play with the sound settings and everything. So we did some, but it's crap and it's useless, so we need to record it again, and we had no time. We actually, honestly, we barely talked to each other because she's working incredibly hard, I am working a lot, and we are really pushing as far as, like, we are pushing our work as much as we can because we need to put away as much money as we can, because obviously we have major plans. Yeah, so most of the time we just sit next to one another, and she's on calls and I am on calls. But yeah, we have to do something. Not this weekend, because this weekend we are actually going to a concert. So we're gonna be away for the entire Sunday. And on Saturday, my wife is probably gonna work for like 8 hours. And I'm gonna be cleaning the apartment. But I do appreciate the fact that you're asking. It's very, very encouraging. The idea is definitely not dead. That I can guarantee. The idea is very much alive. It's been very challenging recently. take sleeping pills with caffeine pills. The character takes a screenshot. No, I have to fix this. I have to fix this sadness. I don't like to be this sad. There we go. Books. Books are an amazing thing. And I want to do one more thing. I want to head further down this road, because I think there's going to be houses over here. Or at least I can try and enter the community center from the south. This way I would be avoiding that pile of corpses I left behind me. Miniok! I was complaining about you earlier. I have a serious question. How you made her play when she is not a gamer? I don't know. I think it's more of her just wanting to share some time with me in things that I like to do. Besides, my wife is just like amazing. Not to mention that like your girlfriend or wife or partner is not great. It's just we vibe with each other very well. And it just kind of happened. We just figured it's going to be a fun thing to do. Oh, Ekron Community College. It even says it on the door. So it's not a community center, it's community college. Fine. Okay, I got the naming wrong. Why did I complain? I was complaining that you're not joining streams. No, I'm just saying that you were not joining streams, that's all. But I don't really remember how the whole discussion was brought up. But the thing is, not everyone will enjoy video games. Like, my wife never did that. She never liked video games, but the whole experience of playing together, I mean, she had a lot of fun. And like in the video, I think it was not, you know, fake. She actually had fun. I'm gonna let them pour through. Oh, no, I'm not gonna let them pour from the outside. Okay. You guys are mentioning a metal working shop. Is there a metal working shop anywhere nearby? Because I know there is a metal working shop in Irvington, next to a very similar road to this one, but I am not familiar with Ekron topology as much as I am with other places. So, like, tell me where it is, and I'm gonna try and get there. Near the petrol station. I know you find Zomboid pretty boring. We tried to play together, right? And you found it incredibly boring. But I appreciate that you know, pop in from time to time. What are the... Guys, because I'm not following, what are the scores of the games in Europa League? I am specifically interested in the Aston Villa game. Because I think they won 3-1 last the first leg. Next to the post office, near the petrol. Oh, so it's up. So I would have to cross the railroad first to get there, right? Hey, hold on. Oh, no water in the toilet. Villa 2-0. Okay, so that one's settled. And in Palace, that's Conference League. I'm just curious if both English teams will get through to the another round. Oh, you're a fan of AEK. Nice. No, before the railroad, on your side of the. Ah, right. Okay. We're gonna go there tomorrow then. Because yeah, a mask is at this stage it's mandatory. I also wouldn't mind finding some extra food because like I am literally out of anything edible to eat. Well, I still have those two fish like cooked fish, but they're making him sad. Are you making tea by any chance? Thank you so much. I'm gonna try and stay awake as long as I can because I don't want to wake up at 2 a.m. because that's just time wasting. Getting bored, nothing to read. Not great. What about this one? No. Well, I'm not gonna read Long John's phone book. This just increases boredom. That's actually quite valid. I think there was one more book somewhere. A photo album. Look at picture. Picture of puppies. Sweet. Oh, photograph of postcard of London. I am taking it with me. Putting it in my backpack. That's a nice find. Okay, much better. Would I make a brand new series? That is a good question. Maybe, or rather just some sort of a recap. Because like it wouldn't make sense to make a completely new series if, say, 85% of everything that I've done remains valid. So I would probably have to focus on the most impactful changes. And again, I wouldn't want to do the same thing over again because I wouldn't want people to think that I'm just trying to farm views. Okay. That's not going to be easy. Could be a bit of a problem. But there is also a gas station or a petrol station. Sorry. I don't have any experience from large multiplayer servers. The only multiplayer experience, apart from playing like, you know, locally hosted game, is my own server. Jesus Christ. The way is shut. It was made by those who are dead. Who can tell me from which book or movie this quote comes from? There are no prizes, but yeah. Let's have a little fun. Smash tego. The way is shut. It was made by those who are dead. It's not Star Wars. That's true, I don't need to fight them. Yeah, maybe I should just try and lure them away somehow. See, I never do that. That's my thing. Exactly, it's from Lord of the Rings when they enter the mountain. The thing is, what happened was there was this meta event with that gunshot, and it's now pulling all the zombies to that direction. Why is it so smelly? There are no dead corpses here. Do I know a secret in the Ekron's church? No. What's the secret in Ekron's church? Food! Dużo. More food! Okay, I'm not gonna survive off some pork rinds and peanuts, but it's better than nothing. Zombies are farting. He pooped his pants. Yeah, that was a lot. You guys are on fire tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having so much fun. And there is still 22 of you watching. Wow, okay. It's very nice. Don't forget to like. Actually, it's already probably my most liked stream, so thank you, I guess. Oh no, I don't want to get stuck here. If I could take control of the gas station, then I would be able to secure access to some food. Maybe some tools or other useful stuff. Now this is a large group, but this is I am super thirsty. I didn't fill my canteens before I left. Big mistake. I'm just gonna tire out faster because of that. It could be, you never know. You never know, these things are really random. Thank you. I don't like the fact that I am so thirsty and so hungry and on edge and everything else and in between. Oh, there is this concrete like blockade roadblock, which I can also use to have the zombies trip over. Okay. What's the secret in the Ekron's church? I'm not familiar with it. Ekron, I've mentioned that before, is probably my least scouted out town out of all the Build 42 towns. Oh, jeez. Now this entire field is just gonna go here. Perfect. Unlucky. No, I didn't do anything. It just, they triggered an alarm. It randomly happens. Well, at least I can go back and drink some water. Holy shit, where are they coming from? Oh, this doesn't look good. Hold on, let me read that. I have my setup ready, but I am too afraid to start the series. I have my mind. Look, so the thing is, just do it, like for yourself, for the sole purpose of just having fun. Light panic intercept. No, I think all things considered, a major bullet was dodged. What has not been dodged though is my hunger. I am really hungry. And I do not like that. Yeah, that's a valid point about Ekron. It's not as loot rich as Irvington and Brandenburg. That's non-debatable. Because Irvington, it's huge and it has, you know, all kinds of different stores, supermarkets. You have everything there. And Brandenburg, it also has this like mall section, and Ekron has none of that. But it does have the community college. I'm so hungry. I want to clear a whole map of Zeds. So I know a guy that tried it. There was this Polish YouTuber that tried this approach. I mean, this particular challenge. I think it was still back in build 41. A garden. It doesn't have eggs inside, probably, right? Yeah, of course not. Garden where? Oh, wait. Wasn't it somewhere over here? Like in this area. I remember now. Oh, you're living in Valley Station. That's a cool place. So, like, I was north of the lake? Okay, let's go and see. So I've been, when I was playing my like offline playthrough, my single player offline playthrough, I am based in a farmhouse just outside of the Louisville airport. Also a really nice place to kind of set up. Probably this way, right? Yeah, I can see it already. You mean the one that I am mentioning about like where I based? It's nice. Okay, just gotta get rid of all the farm hands. Hold on. Where are you going? Okay, you do this. Well, let me tell you one thing. Building this character the way I built him, with such a combat-heavy build, really makes this difficulty manageable. Because if this wasn't a character that's just having pretty much every single skill point put into just being effective in hand-to-hand combat, I don't know how I would manage. Obviously, everything else is slower, but it's a good trade-off, regardless. I gotta rest for a moment. Let me catch up on chat because I was so focused that I wasn't reading what you were saying. You are playing dangerous speed walking through trees and bushes. I am, yeah. Having a huge storm in multiplayer, what do you mean? Ah, okay, so like the weather conditions are not favorable for doing anything. I see. And that's the downside of playing multiplayer. You cannot speed up. Yeah, so the one that I have in mind is if you go from the airport and you start and you take the highway to Louisville, there is this like dirt road that you have to take a left turn, and it takes you to a farm, and there is indeed a small lake, and the farm has a shed, and it has space for animals. It's an absolutely amazing place to live. I would strongly recommend it to anyone. It's a bit of a rural life right next to the largest city in the game. And if you guys want to see the base, or if you don't know where it is exactly, then you just have to check out the video that I made about it. Okay, there is some food. But I am too tired to jump over the fence. I will have to come back here tomorrow. I'll just have to deal with the fact that I'm hungry. Okay, maybe I just try to forage. Maybe I'll get lucky and find some mushrooms or something. Exactly. I am 100% on board with what you're saying. That place is close to the action. You can tap into Louisville slowly. You know, take advantage of all those like rural communities, those cool houses, garages. Then the Gigamart is not far away. Like everything you want is essentially within like a short drive. So that place is, I would say, it has no flaws. Yeah, the only flaw is you have to get there first, and that implies either breaking through one of the military blockades or like trying to break through the fence, and you know, oftentimes it means you have to fight your way to get there. Mushrooms? Poppies. Potato! A potato! I found a potato. Thank you, Sarah. Have a good one. You think so? Through the cornfield? Yeah, but I'm very tired because like I had a lot of fighting, and foraging also tires out the character, so... Well, at least I found a potato. Look, we already discussed this in one of the streams recently. potato is the superior vegetable. Like, out of all these vegetables that I could find, I literally found the best one. Thank you, Andy. Have a good one. Enjoy your Shadow Realm. We've been going on for 2 hours already, so probably 1 or 2 days more, and I'm also going to be wrapping up. Also, just a heads up, I won't be streaming on Monday. There is no way I am able to fit a Monday stream into my schedule, as I will likely sleep for maybe 2 or 3 hours on Sunday. But maybe we resume on Tuesday. We'll see. Have I managed to grow crops? Oh, yes. I've managed to not only grow crops, I've managed to grow so much crops I wasn't able to physically manage all the food that I did. And in the process, I've hit agriculture level 10. And it was exactly in that Louisville location. I just planted them and nature did its thing, basically. Okay, we're gonna check this cornfield. My foraging level is super low, so that's also a contributing factor. They go bad before you harvest. How do you plant them? One hex next to another, or do you leave spaces between? Do you water them regularly? Because the thing is, people complain a lot about agriculture, that it's not balanced, it's that it has issues. But I didn't face that in my playthrough. I didn't make any changes. I kept sowing seasons, so I had to plant specific crops in a specific period, like month. Serious. Yeah, so look, it must be my foraging poisonous mushrooms. More poppies, Jesus! Whoa, sprinter time! Gotta run. That was a good suggestion to set the alarm. I wasn't paying attention to the time. Sorry, what's happening here? Have I missed something? Why are they all heading in this direction? What the hell? That's super weird. And do you follow the sowing seasons? So if a plant is like supposed to be planted in a specific month, you only do that in the specific month, or you just randomly, like, you do? I have no idea. That's super weird. I think the game is starting to like tell me that I've been living for too long. This is... Yeah, I'm not gonna be fighting in this condition. It's stupid. I'm just gonna get in my car and go back a little bit to that campground area that I've set up. I hope that's not overrun. So one thing I can say is I was surprised with how easy it went the last time I was actually farming. I really hope they left this place alone. Yeah, seems like it. So for those of you who weren't watching the Tuesday stream, when I got here in this area, I actually, first thing I did, I was camping here outside in the wilderness. And then I managed to secure that house that I stayed over this stream. But apparently things gotten a bit too hot over there, so yeah, I'm just gonna use this campsite. Luckily, I also have some water with me. Oh, the canteen is full. Hold on. This one's not full. Desperate for food. Okay, let's try again. Mushrooms. I want mushrooms. A tomato. It's almost like a potato. Common mallow. This is a medicinal herb. If you head up the road just before this lake, you can reach another garden. Okay, let's try that. My weight is probably starting to go down, but it's still within the, say, nominal level. But I have to start eating, otherwise it's not gonna be good. Is that the house that I almost died at? What is it over here? Ah, okay, I know. Yeah, so that's the one that... Thank you. The next stream most likely it's gonna be Tuesday. I usually announce them with at least a few hours advance, and like if you want to stay up to date, just hop on Discord. The link is in the description. Go back between the two lakes. Let me check the map. Ah, I know. Okay, I checked the map now, but that place is probably going to be also quite overrun. Not that I have better options. Anyway, I'm just gonna eat whatever I found. So if I think I know what you're meaning, it's probably this way, right? And it should be somewhere like a bit further down this road. Alright. Light work. Let me park in the driveway. There's probably gonna be more zombies coming from the forest. But considering that the immediate area wasn't really that full of zombies, I think this is rather safe, all things considered. Alright, let's see then. It's actually a lovely house. I like the brick houses. I like them much better than the ones with like... Fresh cheese! This is literally fresh cheese. Oh my god, and some pickles. Like, I've got half of the ingredients needed to make a burger. Yummy painkillers. Whoa. That scared me. Oh. And a book that I can actually read, and it's useful. I'm just gonna eat all of it. That was a great suggestion, by the way. Thank you so much. I would probably backtrack and end up with nothing. Yeah, I am literally eating everything. Oh, I got guests. That was funny. Ah. Thank you, Blight, for staying with me for over 2 hours. Have a good night. Yeah, I'll be probably closing soon. I mean, some of you guys are already bailing. It's getting late, so I'm still alive. I don't want to spoil it. So yeah, we'll see. But this was a fantastic idea, actually. This was a great idea. You know what would be even better? If this shed would have a gas mask. Or if there were chickens here. Okay. Can't have everything, but that's fine. Unfortunately, the plants, if I can, like, if I see, I think those are tomatoes. And they are not ready to harvest. No, they are. It's green peas ready to harvest. Beautiful. Food! I'm gonna be harvesting them slowly, so they don't go bad. That's gonna be a very boring diet, guys. But it's better than nothing. And a mask. Out of all the things. This was a jackpot. Literally. Ha! Amazing. Oh, you just have to love this game. I mean, sometimes it takes away from you, sometimes it gives. Oh, I am feeling much better now. I am feeling so much better because this mask will likely allow Brian to operate near the community college for a little bit. That is, of course, depending on how long the respirator filters will last. And that is something that we've recently found out is not lasting that long. But, you know, again, better than nothing. I gotta tell you, after talking for over 2 hours, not non-stop, but for the most part, having a sip of warm tea is just so refreshing. Now, one thing these green peas will not help is they will not help with weight management. So if I want to maintain my weight, I cannot just eat this. Why so sad, by the way? Like, this was one of the better finds in a while, and Brian is sad. He just doesn't appreciate the little things. I finally, for a brief moment, he had the well-fed model. For like a tiny little moment. After eating 19, you know, like, pieces of green peas. Okay, I'm gonna read the book. Can you make a salad? Absolutely, I can make a salad. It would probably be more efficient, actually. But in order to make a salad, I would need a bowl. And I don't think I have one. I would have to check the kitchen. So basically, the plan for the rest of the stream is very simple. I'm gonna read the book, go to sleep, and when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna loot the nearby houses, try to find more food, and prepare myself for getting back to the Ekron Community College. But that's gonna be a wrap. So it's gonna be today and tomorrow, and I'm wrapping up for today. Some of you know me good enough that you know that in the third hour I usually start to mess things up really badly, and it's just too good of a playthrough to lose because of yeah, me being tired. I did die on day 1 with my first character arc created, and then I created the second one and I have not died. I had probably 3 insane close calls. And what's also probably valid to mention is that I started it in 42.15, so there are no sprinters during the day, which makes it slightly more manageable. But still, I consider this to be quite an achievement. And how many zombies killed? 851. That's not a lot for a month. What? Ah, didn't make it on time. Woodcraft. I could actually... Beans. Food. Mac and cheese. Yummy. I don't have a saucepan. I do have a saucepan. Okay, that was nice. And I have a bowl. Yeah, but it's significantly more more difficult, Jake, because you have to deal with sprinters all the time, right? And here I can manage simply by lol, you cannot make a salad out of green peas. How stupid is that? So I don't need to worry about sprinters during the day. And you have to, which makes it much more difficult. How rude, interrupting me while I eat. Sadness, tobacco. What is my tobacco? Okay, and now let's get rid of the sadness. A book, any kind of a book. Thank you very much. There we go, much better. Much more manageable. Another mask. So now I am definitely able to get into the community college and not die of the odor. Great. Hello. I think roaming playstyle in Extinction more hard because kind of each is... Yeah, so the main reason I am here is like I am based in Echo Creek, but obviously Echo Creek has nothing, and I really needed books, so I figured I have to go to Ekron Community College because that's one of the largest libraries out there. And yeah, I've been here for the week plus already and barely made it inside. That's actually, I am still mostly Mostly fighting the zombies which are outside of the community college. Oh, a crowbar, how sweet. And a hatchet, also super useful. Alright, I mean, the decision to visit these houses... Amazing. I mean, so much great things I found here. So much, so many great things, not so much things. Hello. Crushed Hope, the story of my childhood. Yes. Great book. Incredibly depressing. Okay, food-wise, this wasn't great. That's okay. I can just keep on eating those green peas until I throw up. Of disgust. I also turned off respawn because it's kind of too much default for the... Yeah. See, this is a topic of discussion often. Should you play with zombie respawn or not? I am usually in favor of playing with respawn off because it's kind of... It doesn't make sense. Because if you kill those zombies once, then like why would they rise from the dead again? I would be more in favor of having much more active roaming zombies. So having, you know, more motion on the map instead of just having random zombies pop up here and there. But I understand that from a game engine perspective, that's probably far more difficult. So, yeah. I don't like playing with respawn, but I haven't mingled with the settings for this one. It's just pure default Extinction. Yeah, agree on respawn for multiplayer. It's kind of a no-brainer for multiplayer, because eventually you would reach a point where the whole map is empty, and there is really no fun in that, right? So my server is going to have respawn. I am stuffed for the first time in days. Such a great feeling. Okay, let me mark the houses that I've cleared. So let's get this organized. This one, this is a shed. All of these were cleared. I have also cleared this shed. I haven't been here. There seems to be a few houses. Let me just quickly... not houses, more like trailers. Judging by the shape on the map. Did they see me? They did, okay. So there is this, speaking of zombie migration, there is this cool mod called Roaming Zombies. And there is also another one which is called Starving Zombies. And that one is particularly interesting because what it does, it makes the zombies actively seek out corpses on the ground and kind of like gravitate towards them. So essentially what would happen if, say for example, you have a large pile of corpses outside your base, that corpse pile alone would attract zombies from the area to that corpse pile, and it creates this additional kind of a mechanic or a layer of things you need to pay attention to. So you don't want to be in an area that's full of corpses, because that area is by default expected to... Look, there are no chickens anywhere. That area alone is expected to have more and more zombies coming, because the smell just attracts more and more. It's actually an interesting concept. 6 zombies. I don't want to fight them in the normal way. Let me just do it exactly the same way I would do it usually, which is just use defense. Now, one thing that I've learned, guys, streaming for as long as I've been streaming, which isn't that long, but it's already several months, is like, if you would watch my streams, like the VODs from my first streams, I was just playing like an idiot most of the time. Not paying attention to anything, rushing through everything, never trying to play the game the right way. And that's when I was usually dying. But a lot has changed since then. I think I became a much more mature Zomboid player. I tend to take things much slower. And that's why Brian is alive for 5 streams right now, and there are no signs that he's not going to survive this stream also. So that makes me happy. Because yeah, we are almost at a stage where Brian is my longest living live stream character. Oh! It wasn't me. Now the issue is I really wanted to loot these trailers, but right now it's probably gonna become a bit more difficult. But there's bound to be food here. Okay, it was one of those in the back. Then again, what might happen is they're all gonna go there, and then they'll start spreading out, and maybe some will spread out to the field here. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, it's 5:40 going back because of the sprinter danger. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna be wrapping for tonight. Leon, oh, you just joined and I'm about to close the stream. Doing very good in terms of the amount of hours. 1400 plus, basically. I'm just gonna sit down. I'm gonna read a book or two and socialize with you guys before I close. Especially that I got tons of stuff to read. I've also changed respawn on my current Extinction run. It's probably doable at default settings, but I want to actually have fun. And that's the thing. That's the thing. this is supposed to be a sandbox experience. You need to tailor this game to how you want it to be, right? Like you're expected to have fun. This doesn't need to be a grind. Never listen to people who say the only way to play Zomboid is 16x population, high respawn, no loot, because that's the only way to play. No, it's not. You're supposed to play this game the way it makes fun. If you want to turn off infections, by all means do that. I like your funny accent. Thank you. You want to make a guess where I'm from? But anyways, just to slowly head towards the head towards the end. I will be back most likely on Tuesday next week. Weekend out of the question. I'm going to a concert. I am incredibly excited. Cannot wait. If you want to hang out, there is a Discord link in the description. There's over 200 of us in the Discord. Some are active, some are not. Romania, Europe, but north of Romania. On Tuesday next week, if all goes well, we're gonna pick up this story, and maybe I'm gonna actually infiltrate the Ekron Community College. And here you are, forcing us to play with sprinters in the server. Like the thing is, the server, the sprinters on the server didn't work. Leon, I'm from Poland. Not to keep the mystery any longer. Enjoy your weekends if I don't talk to you guys. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll see you again. I'll see you again next week. Have a good one. Take care. And bye.